In Utica, as the Crunch gets set for the Utica Comets on this Saturday night, final game of the week for the Crunch. Here on Countdown to Crunch Time, presented by Supercuts, I'm Lucas Valley with Crunch head coach Ben Grew. Ben, last night the Crunch were back home. A tough 4-3 shootout loss there against Cleveland. A back-and-forth game, had the lead late, but ended up losing in a shootout. What did you see there last night?
Well, you know what? We had good moments and not so good. But overall, I thought we were the best team on the ice. If you look at the shootout, we had two posts, or one crossbar, one post, and it seems that lately the bounces are not on our side, and it's part of a long season. What I like is we're down 2-1, and even though we were not the best team we can be early in the game, we found a way to tie the game, take the lead. Take the game to them, and then they had that power play and that goal, late goal. But overall, you know what? I think we deserve to win. I think we were the best team for most part of the game. But it's one of those games that the bounces are going this way. The timely goal or timely penalty or timely penalty killing, it's not good enough at the right time. So it's was not enough, but I like the effort. I like the compete of our team.
And it's now a 3-game winless streak for the Crunch, but you look at the 3 games. Last Saturday, Toronto, you were pretty clear that it was not the way you guys wanted to play. Wednesday, 4-0 shutout loss in Binghamton, but I mean the shot total and the way the game was played was pretty good. And then last night, so do you like the way the team has progressed over the last 3 games, even though they haven't won?
No doubt. I was not pleased with Toronto's effort, but I thought there's no doubt in my mind that we deserve better fate in bingo and better fate last night.
So what's the message then with you guys, just sticking with the process heading to tonight?
We stick with it, and you know what? It's one thing I like about this team. It's ultimately we know it's about winning and losing, but we focus a lot on how we do things, and for me, there's nothing to address. Like, we had to address the effort and certain things against Toronto, but I thought our effort was fine, and I know that playing like that, we're going to end up on the good side more than on the bad side.
Yeah, and you always preach talking, moving through the process. Preach, exactly. You preach sticking with the process, and the results will come. Is that something that is easily teachable, or is that something that in this team is kind of just been there, instinctively for these guys? More
and more, they realize what they're doing. Like if they're playing good, or they self-evaluate themselves much better, and it's a tough evaluation because there's a lot of emotion when you play hockey, whether you're playing well or whether you're not having a good game. To stay level, it's a process, and you got to be focusing on the right thing, and I think more and more our guys can do that.
Right, you're getting set for the Utica Comets here on this Saturday night, third matchup between these two teams here over the last couple of weeks. Last night, though, against a pretty good Cleveland Monsters team, Alex Burrows had another 2-goal performance. I mean, there's a lot of guys we continue to talk about because they continue to produce, but his performance there last night was pretty impressive. 2 goals again for him. What did you see there?
Well, he's been himself. Like I think one thing we never talk a lot about in Alex's game, it's his work ethic. He's probably one of the hard-working guy out there. Like he's not having those chances, those opportunity without doing good things. And for me, he's a second-effort hockey player, and he competes, and he's not going to out-muscle anyone on the ice, but he can outsmart many people, and his puck pursuit is pretty impressive, whether with his stick, with his relentlessness. He's never beat, so he's backside pressure. So he's on the puck, and when you're around the puck, when you're around the net, normally good things happen.
And we've seen now he's up to 18 goals on the year, which leads the Crunch, and he can score from all over the place. But his 2 goals last night were right near the crease, right in tight. And for a guy of his stature, obviously not the biggest guy out there, but to be able to score near the net and with his size, how impressive is that?
It is, and for me, it's a good hockey player is going to do that, and a goal scorer is going to do that, and it seems that he always positioned himself at the right place, which is hockey sense, and he's got that flair for the net, obviously.
And then last night also, Carter Verhaeghe continued his productive season. 2 more points for him. He's now at 42 on the year, second most in the league. His goal last night was kind of an empty netter, just meeting the goaltender to the puck, but he continues to facilitate for the Crunch offensively. How important has he been to this team?
Well, you know what? Having the same people scoring over again, it's important and to have a good season, because you need that consistent scoring on your team, but you also need your depth. And but seeing those guys producing day in, day out is huge.
Crunch are getting set for the Utica Comets here on this Saturday night at the Adirondack Bank Center. Like we said, it's the third matchup in just a few weeks between these two teams. Crunch won one in Syracuse. The Comets won last week in Utica. So a lot of familiarity, as we know, between these two teams. What can we expect here tonight?
Well, against Utica, you can't have any letdown. Like it's a team that is on it for 60 minutes, and their specialty team is pretty good. So it's a challenge, and they're playing pretty well lately. Their record's pretty good. So we know we're facing a good team, and it's for us to bring our A game tonight.
And it's the 5th matchup overall of the season between the teams. Only played twice in the first couple months now. Like we said, 3 times here in the last 3 weeks, and you play again next week as well. What's the challenge there when you play a team as rapidly as you're now playing Utica here recently?
Well, you know what? It's happening all the time in this league. It's going to happen against Rochester, Utica, bingo, and it's have the game plan at the right place, and it's all about execution and compete.
Okay, looking forward to tonight as the Crunch take on the Utica Comets. This is Crunch head coach Ben Grew. Ben, thanks for your time and good luck tonight.
All right, thanks.